Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Office Bloke Aidan.
Before you do anything else, don't forget to subscribe. It does help us. Who is the worst fan base in the NFL?
Philadelphia. Eagles.
Philadelphia's the worst fan base.
I'm only joking.
In every sport, innit?
Just because we're fans of the Giants and that, we can't stop picking on Philadelphia.
No, we got to give it Philadelphia.
I've never actually met a Philadelphia fan apart from Dave, actually.
Yeah, he's a part-time fan.
Part-time fan.
Yeah. Who's the worst fan base in English soccer? Would you say?
Liverpool.
It's Liverpool or Arsenal.
It's Liverpool or Arsenal. If you're talking like violence, Liverpool. If you're talking like just pure
talking shy,
Arsenal.
Yeah, I think so. I think so as well. But there you go. Let's do this one. Who is the worst fan base in the NFL?
Because I have no idea.
There are 32 teams and 32 unique fan bases in the NFL. But not all of them are created equal. And as a wise teacher once said, 50% of you are in the bottom half of this class, and I can't stand it. Well, let's find out which one is the worst. Who are the worst fans in the NFL is coming up right now. In this video, we're going to determine which team's fans are the worst in the league based on math, metrics, and specific data. Fan attendance. Gate receipt/attendance revenue is one of the cleanest ways to gauge a fan base's interest in their own team. Are they willing to get in a car, pay for parking, pay for a ticket, drop even more cash on beer and food, and wade through a sea of mouthy drunkards after their team either wins or loses? That's a lot to ask of a person on a Sunday, and if you can consistently get your stadium packed, that speaks volume about a team's followers.
No, it's the Bills!
Do you reckon they're the best? The Bills.
60% of a team's local
Bills Mafia.
Do you reckon they're seen as like the best?
I don't know. Someone told me ages ago that they have the most travelling fans. I think that go with like a pack of them, but I don't know how true it was. It might just be a Bills fan that told me that.
I've always thought, like, do they actually travel to the other stadiums, the fans?
I mean, we travel.
It's
to
a lot
games,
smaller though. Like we can get to places. The max
we can get to London in 4 or 5. Well, Bournemouth 4 or 5 hours, isn't it? Yeah, maybe a bit longer. Southampton 6 hours.
All the games like usually 2-3 hour drive. 4 hour for London, and then like all the other ones are about 2 hours because we.
Yeah, and if we go on the train, probably a little bit quicker, but it's.
But it's never going to be longer than that, and that's all right, isn't it?
That's fine.
If you're a Bills fan, and then you've got Los Angeles Rams away, you're not going to fly like 5 hour drive, probably like 3 hour flight or something.
Yeah, it's far to go for it. It's far to go in the NFL to travel to away games.
Yeah.
But I think he's also talking about the home games here.
How much you attend.
To sit, if you're in the Philadelphia area sort of thing and you're thinking I'm going to the game, I know tickets are hard to come by for a lot of people. It's expensive. But if you can get access to a ticket and you want to go, do you go to the game? That's what makes a fan for me as well. Because how many times do I argue? I remember going in the pub and then someone come in and was like, "Where's all the United fans?" And I went, "Mate, they're all at the game. It's on 2 miles down the road.
Yeah.
And you're in the pub asking for the game to be put on TV. Go to the game." Then I'm one of them, and people say, "Yeah, it was empty there with City fans yesterday." I went, "I know, because we were all at the game. That's why it was empty. We all go to the game." And it's one of them where we don't all go. I get that because it'd be no capacity, but tickets are expensive. But they're the ones I want to see. I want to see match-going fans, game-going fans.
Yeah, 100%.
Nothing better than live sport.
Yeah.
Revenue is based on ticket sales, meaning the most effective way to support your team is to go sit down and watch them in their building. When it comes down to it, the team that's dead last in terms of attendance percentage is the Washington Commanders. You probably guessed that. But we have to give some sort of context when making that statement. The Commanders fans pack a woeful 86% of FedEx Field, the worst by nearly 7%. By contrast, the 2022 49ers had their stadium packed beyond capacity. With 9 home games in the regular season, they drew nearly 105% overseating, meaning fans were standing to watch a 7th-round, one-armed rookie quarterback go on a magical run to the NFC title game. But Commanders fans had a reason not to attend games, a good reason that I just recently outlined in my video about the worst owner in football, Dan Snyder.
Not anymore, though, right?
Yeah, not anymore.
But it's certainly a step up from 2021 when Washington's faithful had butts in just 64% of available seats. Yikes. At least that tells you that they're more eager to attend games now that Snyder makes his crass yet ungraceful exit from football operations in DC. So who's second worst? Second place belongs to, the New York Giants and their fans, who filled up MetLife to just 93% capacity.
93.
You would think that a playoff team might draw a few more home fans willing to make the trek across the turnpike, but you'd be mistaken. Somehow, Giants fans were slightly more eager to show up in 2021 when Joe Judge's squad finished 4-13 and boasted the league's second worst scoring offense. Still, the team that leaves the most money on the table is, of course, the Los Angeles Chargers, who lose out on $3 million in cash every time the team plays in
So who's like a bigger fan base? The Giants or the Jets?
Well, we're going to find out.
Well, I mean, if the Jets are higher then, aren't they? Like, statistically, according to this guy. But like, even if you're not going to the games, you can still have fans. But like, I would have thought the Giants were a bigger fan base than the Jets.
See, I think Jets have more of a... The Jets, I think the Jets won one of the first Super Bowls, didn't they? They'd have been like Super Bowl...
I don't know.
Joe Namath, was it like Super Bowl 3 or 4 or something like that? So they probably got a history of like, a global history, a bit like, the Yankees have or Man United have.
Yeah.
They got that sort of like global, sort of like tourism as well. So you get a lot of tourist fans that come in. I don't know how big it is for tourism when you get to, some match-going fans are going to have to tell us what's it like for tourism when you go to a Giants game or a Jets game, especially being in the New York area.
Because it's the same stadium.
Same stadium, yeah.
And if one team gets more fans,
then,
you know what I mean?
Well, they're obviously going to, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I'd be tempted to probably go and watch both. If I lived there, I could just get more football. I'd even go and watch Philly.
Yeah.
Just to enjoy sport.
05. And we know very well that most of those seats aren't being occupied by Chargers fans. But home attendance doesn't tell the whole story. Fan travel/road attendance. Which fan base travels the worst in the NFL? Well, numbers would tell you that the distinction belongs to the other New York team, the Jets. Ironically, Jets fans are not boarding any planes to their opponents' cities, even though Jets games are, on average, the least expensive team to see play on the road. You get it? They're named the Jet. I guess no one wanted to watch Zach Wilson suck at home or away, but that may very well change with the addition of Aaron Rodgers. The buildings are gonna reek of patchouli and body odor like an old Dead show. Still wouldn't count on his family showing up to any games. Worst social media interactions. Now, it used to be that we judged fans on their in-game etiquette, their decorum around opposing teams' fans, and their behavior when things are going well or poorly. And we'll get to that soon. But in recent years, with the advent of social media, there's another way to judge exactly who has the most obnoxious or hostile supporters in the NFL. You like how I showed Scooter's face when I said obnoxious? Twitter can be a breeding ground for heated debates and passionate discussions, especially when it comes to sports, or just name-calling and hurling of insults like corpses over a castle wall. With millions of users expressing their dumbass opinions in 280 characters or less, it's no surprise that certain NFL fan bases have developed a reputation for being disliked online. An analysis of Twitter data by online sports betting group sportsbetting.ag shed light on the most hated NFL fans on the platform. The results will not shock you. Taking the top spot as the most disliked fan base on Twitter is, drumroll, the Dallas Cowboys. According to the data compiled over a 90-day period in 2021, Cowboys fans received over 2,000 complaints. It could be that there's more Cowboy fans than just about anyone else, or it could be that their insistence that it is their year, despite it never being their year. In fact, it hasn't been their year since 1996. That's a long...
Yeah, we've got a fan base like over here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Liverpool. It's always their year.
Long time ago. Despite being the least disliked fan base according to Twitter data analysis, the Indianapolis Colts themselves harbored strong animosity towards certain teams. Colts fans revealed their lingering distaste for the New England Patriots, particularly because of the team's former quarterback, Tom Brady, who was the arch nemesis of Peyton Manning and Andrew Luck and the Colts during the 2000s. Y'all get over it. The Patriots, while mysteriously hovering in the middle of the overall dislike scale, still found themselves on the Colts fans' shit list. Fan fighting and brawls. Passion, rivalry, and intensity define the NFL fan experience. The stadiums are packed with devoted supporters who cheer, jeer, and sometimes even throw a beer or a knuckle sandwich. While the majority of fans attend games to enjoy the sport and
Do you see when Arsenal and United played football at the MetLife Stadium?
They mentioned it to me today.
They all started fighting in the ground.
Was it the Arsenal fans fighting
amongst
each other?
Oh, I just saw I think everyone was just fighting everyone. Like no matter what t-shirt you had on, Arsenal fans were fighting each other, United fighting Arsenal fans, United fans.
I've not seen it. I'll have to have a look at that.
I was just like, what is going on here?
I know. Just don't
Camaraderie,
get it.
there are a few rowdy individuals who mar the experience by resorting to fisticuffs. Y'all bitches should stay home. According to recent surveys, fans of the Philadelphia Eagles are widely regarded as the biggest instigators of brawls. Despite Philly's moniker as the city of brotherly love, the intense rivalry that permeates the city's sports culture spills over into the stands on game day, and probably a few in the parking lot too. So much so that it was part of the movie Silver Linings Playbook, and most moviegoers just cited the comical brawl as documentary footage. Fans of the Eagles are not only more likely to initiate conflicts, but are also considered formidable fighters. Just ask Santa Claus. Probably because they have years of experience. Not to shock anyone, but the Las Vegas Raiders secure the second spot on the list of fight provokers. The Pittsburgh Steelers, New England Patriots, and Dallas Cowboys also make up the top 5 brawlers in the NFL. Yo, this isn't European soccer. We came to the game to enjoy it, not to get into a kerfuffle. And I should be given props for saying the word kerfuffle. However, amidst the chaos and physical altercations, some NFL fans stand out as exemplars of sportsmanship and peacekeeping. Topping the list of peacekeepers are fans of the Seattle Seahawks. Hawks fans may be as loud as they come, but assholes they are not. They're probably giant pussies. Following closely behind are Minnesota Vikings fans, who are renowned for their sportsmanlike conduct and willingness to keep the stands more peaceful than Adrian Peterson's household. Fuck. And how this lady didn't clock this Eagles fan in the face shows remarkable restraint. Hell, I want to put my knuckles in the back of his dumbass skull, too. The 49ers, Arizona Cardinals, and Tennessee Titans fans round out the top 5 in the Peacekeepers category. That's what charging a lot for tickets does for you. Fan spending. Everything is indeed bigger in Texas, including the spending at NFL stadiums. The top 2 fan bases that splurge on in-stadium food and beverages are the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Texans fans lead the pack with an average spending of over $150 on game day. They are close
Because they don't even want to watch the game. They're just sitting inside eating when the game's on, aren't they?
followed by Cowboys fans known for their unwavering support, who spend their entire paychecks to cheer on their team that can't get past the second round of the playoffs. I mean, some things are investments, others are bills. Another team with passionate fans and high spending is the Baltimore Ravens, while the Cleveland Browns fall just shy of the spending threshold. And on the other end of the spectrum, fans on the Carolina Panthers emerge as the most frugal, some might say stingiest, when it comes to stadium treats, spending less than half of the average NFL fan. Or they are just smart. A surprising addition to this list is the Green Bay Packers. While their fans are known for their dedication and love.
When you look at stuff like that, though, can you even say it's the fans? It's the fans that the fans aren't spending enough in it. It's probably something to do with the stuff they're selling. Surely.
No, because you're also looking at the club shop, so you're buying replica shirts, maybe a cap, or something that's sort of like memorabilia from what do you call it, like paraphernalia. So like I say, a polo shirt with.
I thought he was talking about food and drink and stuff.
Food and beverage will go into it as well. But they'll sell once you're in the ground. I mean, it's like over here, you can't take any food or drink into the stadiums. You've got to buy it once you're in the stadium, haven't you?
Yeah.
But then again, how many people do you see walking into the stadium, especially nowadays with City? How many people do you see nowadays walking into the stadium with a club bag, where they just bought the 2 kids bloody football shirts each, and a football and a pair of socks and all kinds of stuff they come out with, don't they? A little teddy bear.
Yeah, true.
You come out and spending probably £200-300 just on the kids, and then that's probably what they're talking about there. $150 probably gets you, a few beers. Maybe a replica, bloody something small, because imagine replica kits probably go. There's not much a replica jerseys at the stadium.
No, probably
but I'm reckoning it's
$80.
I'm reckoning it's more than that. I reckon it's over $100.
Really?
$150 maybe.
$150.
But not everyone's buying one, so the average going across it.
Yeah.
For the team, they spend very little inside Lambeau Field. This anomaly can be attributed to the legendary tailgating scene that fills Packers fans' bellies before they enter the stadium. I mean, that does make sense. Now, when it comes to alcohol consumption, New Orleans Saints fans embraced the spirit of their vibrant city, spending
Yes.
nearly $65 per game at the Superdome. Bills Mafia, along with the fans of the Patriots and the Saints, are the only fan bases that average over $60 on in-stadium alcohol purchases. Conversely, the Panthers fans maintain their trend of economic spending with an average of just $15.04 spent on alcohol per game. You'd think it would take more than that to sit through a Panthers game. Merchandise sales. Displaying team allegiance through clothing and accessories is the easiest way for fans to show support outside of the stadium. Houston Texans fans lead the pack in merchandise spending with an average annual expenditure of $380.17. This figure is more than double the league-wide average of $153.55, most likely because they had to replace all of their Deshaun Watson jerseys, or burn them. Fans of the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns also show a strong dedication to their teams by spending over twice the average amount on team-branded merchandise. Yeah, you heard that right, the Rams. At the other end of the spectrum, fans of the Indianapolis Colts and the Detroit Lions are the most budget-conscious, spending less than $100 annually on team merchandise. And Lions fans are smart. Who are the worst NFL fans? So now that we've broken down the numbers, who are indeed the worst fans in the NFL? One could certainly argue that the Cowboys fans are the worst in the NFL, but you have to give credit where credit is due. The Cowboys can't cultivate a bandwagon without success on the field, and they haven't reached the highest plateau in close to 3 decades. So that speaks volumes about their fans. And just as bad, their Yankees haven't won since 2009. Ultimately, we gave a different gauge for what makes a bad fan, and just about every fan base in the NFL has its shortcomings in one way or another. But when you factor in your experience and interactions with them online, and likely in person, so yeah, you sat through a 12-minute video to be told what you already knew. It's the Cowboys.
Buddy, how we feeling?
Let me tell you what's going to happen.
You tell me right now. Tell me what's happened.
Dak is going to drive the ball all the way down the field for a touchdown.
Got it.
We're going to go for 2.
Oh.
We're going for 2.
Oh.
We win the game.
Oh.
We beat the Eagles. We beat the Bengals.
Okay, here we go. Dak throws over the middle, and he gets hit, and the game is done.
I'll see you on Thursday, bro.
Okay, Scoots, I'll catch you later.
They're the worst. I love you, Scooter. I'm 5 Points Vids, and please subscribe.
I do like that channel.
Yeah.
5 Points Vids. Yeah.
Is that the answer
Good.
then? The bloody Dallas
Cowboys.
Cowboys. It's
Yeah.
not what I would have expected them to say, to be honest.
Do you know what? I know a few Cowboy fans in New Jersey, and they are a bit like in your face. It's always going to be our year. We're the best. You know, we're the biggest.
Because they won stuff 30 years ago.
Yeah, we've got a few fans
We've
like
got,
around
we've
here.
got
haven't we?
very,
Similar
fans
sort of
around,
fan base
like,
around
exactly
here.
like
We
that.
give it the same.
Talk loud like
History.
they
History,
come
innit?
like they'll come history. They'll come up talking about stuff that they've won when they weren't alive.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
I had that with Nottingham Forest fans singing to me
Yeah.
about the Champions League.
Same, yeah.
And I said, you weren't even born.
That's
How
what it
do
is.
you know? Yeah, but it's I'd go with that. Cowboys.
Fair enough.
I'd agree with that.
Not gonna argue against it.
Yeah.
But...
The Cowboy fans in the
Sorry
in
to all the Cowboy fans in the watching the video. Yeah.
getting them comments and let us know if it is the Cowboys. I'm sure it is.
Or what do you think it is? Let us know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget like and subscribe. And we'll catch you on the next one.
Yeah. Cheers.